Istidlal Al Mubasyir is a method to discover evidence, arguments or signal which consists of muqaddimah, at least one, in order to reach the conclusions. By terminology, istidlalat is defined as the shifting of the course of mind deduction from something known which is maklum to the unknown which is majhul using certain method so that the unknown can be known. Al-Taqabul Byna al-Qadaya divide by 4. First, al-Tanaqudh. Second, al-Tadhad. Third, al-Dukhul Tahta al-Tadhad. Fourth, al-Tadakhul.
Tanaqudh. The definition of Tanaqudh, in literal meaning, is conflicting of one thing to another. For terminology of Tanaqudh, two Qadiyah that are contradicting with each other in terms of the positive or the negative, ijabah or salibah of the statements. According to Wahbah al-Zuhaili, Tanaqudh will result implication to find one proof of the two. The example is, every iron is a metal. This statement is ijabah. Some of the iron is non-metallic. This statement for salibah. Next, the condition of Tanaqudh. First, similarity in terms of mawdu'. Ahmad is a student. Ahmad is not a student. This statement is correct. Ahmad is a student. Ali is not a student. This statement is wrong. Second, similarity in terms of Mahmud. Ahmad is going to the office. Ahmad is not going to the office. This statement is correct. Ahmad is going to the office. Ahmad is cooking. This statement is wrong. Third, similarity in terms of time, zaman. Fatima is studying today. Fatima is not studying today. This statement is correct. Fatima is studying today. Fatima was not studying yesterday. This statement is wrong because different of the time. Fourth, similarity in terms of place, makan. Ali is sitting in front of the class. Ali is not sitting in front of the class. This statement is correct. Ali is sitting in front of the class. Ali is not sitting in front of his home. This statement is wrong. Fifth, similarity in terms of its condition, shart. Ali will succeed if he works hard. Ali will not succeed if he not works hard. This statement is correct. Ali will succeed if he works hard. Ali will not succeed if he is lazy. This statement is wrong. Sixth, similarity in terms of the correlation, idhofah. That bag is Nike. That bag is not Nike. This statement is correct. That bag is Nike. That bag is not Nike. This statement is wrong. Next, we will proceed to 7. Similarity in terms of quantity, use and cool. Salma eats some of the bread. Salma did not eat some of the bread. This statement is correct. Salma ate some of the bread. Salma did not eat all of the bread. This statement is wrong. 8. Similarity in terms of quwwah and fi'il. Ahmad can stand up on his own. Ahmad cannot stand up on his own. This statement is correct. Ahmad can stand up on his own. Ahmad can stand up without using stick. This statement is wrong.
Next, we move to the Tanaqudh. There are two types of Tanaqudh. The first is Tanaqudh al-Qadhiyah al-Hamliyah. Second is Tanaqudh al-Qadhiyah al-Syartiyyah. First, Tanaqudh al-Qadhiyah Hamliyah. Syartiyyah Mujibah. Example, Muhammad is a student. Opposite, Syartiyyah Salibah. Muhammad is not a student. Second, Kulliyah Mujibah. Example, every animal needs food. Opposite, Juz'iyah Salibah. Some of the animals do not need food. Juz'iyah Mujibah. Example, some of the Malay students are handsome. Opposite, kulliyah salibah, every Malay students are not handsome. Muhmalah mujibah, coconut is a fruit. Opposite, kulliyah salibah, coconut is not a fruit. Second, Tanaqudh al-Qadhiyah Syartiyyah. There are two types of Tanaqudh Qadiyah Syartiyyah. The first is Muttasillah. Okay, maksusah mujibah. Example, if Ali is a hard worker, he will succeed. Opposite, maksusah salibah. It is not even once. If Ali is a hard worker, he will succeed. Kulliyah mujibah. Every time a nation unites, development occurs. Opposite, juz'iyah salibah. Example, not supposedly every time a nation unites, development occurs. Juz'iyah mujibah. Example, sometimes if a student work hard, he will receive a present. Opposite, kulliyah salibah. It is not even once. If a student work hard, he will receive a present. Last, muhmalah mujibah. Example, if the price of petroleum is high, means the demand is also high. Opposite, kulliyah salibah. There are no relations. If the price of petroleum is high, means the demand is also high. So this is second types of Tanaqudh Qadiyah Syartiyyah, which is Tanaqudh Qadiyah Syartiyyah Munfasilah. First, maksusah mujibah. Example, sometimes Ali is in the campus, today or outside. Opposite, maksusah salibah. Example, not supposedly, sometimes Ali is in the campus, today or outside. Kulliyah mujibah. Example, every time the news will be right or wrong. Opposite, juz'iyah salibah. Sometimes some of the news will be right or wrong. Juz'iyah mujibah. Sometimes there are a lot of vegetables at market, sometimes not. Opposite, kulliyah salibah. It is not even once. Sometimes there are a lot of vegetables at market and sometimes a little. Last, muhmalah mujibah. Example, sometimes a car moves and stops. Opposite, kulliyah salibah. It is not even once. Sometimes a car moves and stops.
So the next type is Tadhad. Literal meaning is contra. Technical meaning is contradiction between two Qadiyah which both have same quantitative, both kulliyah, and different qualitative, which is mujabah or salibah. That means the Qadiyah, one is kulliyah mujabah, while another is kulliyah salibah. So let's see the example of Tadhad. First, al-Qadhiyah al-Mujabah. The example is all human beings can think. Second, all animals can speak. The example here, all is Qadhiyah and Mujabah. The next one is al-Qadhiyah as-Salibah. The example, first, none of human beings can think. Second, none of animals can speak. None here is Qadhiyah and Salibah.
Dukhul Tahta Tadhad. Definition: contradiction between two propositions or two statements or two qadiyah which both have same quantitative, both al-juz'iyah, and both have different qualitative, which are mujibah and salibah. From the definition, we can conclude that there are two key points here. First, both statements must be juz'iyah, so there must be adat juz'iyah in the statement, such as some or in Arabic ba'da. Second, the statement must have different qualitative, which means one statement should be mujibah and the other one must be salibah. Both statements cannot be mujibah or salibah at the same time. Example. I have provided two examples. First, some students are present, al-Juz'iyyah al-Mujibah. Some students are not present, al-Juz'iyyah as-Salibah. Second, some humans are clever, al-Juz'iyyah al-Mujibah. Some humans are not clever, al-Juz'iyyah as-Salibah. From these two examples, we can see that all statements or Qadiyah here are Juz'iyyah with the added ba'da or some. And both examples here have Qadiyah Mujibah and Qadiyah Salibah respectively. حكم دخول تحت تضاد لا تكذبان معا وقد تصدقان معا. So, what does this mean? It contains two meanings. First, if one of Qadiyah or statement is true, not necessarily another one is false, which means there can be where both statements are true. Example, some animals are human, which is true because al-insan hayawanun natiq. So, humans are animals. The second statement, some animals are not human, which is also true. It is because animals such as tigers, cows are not human beings. Second, if one of Qadiyah or statement is false, necessarily another one is true, which means if one statement is false, another statement must be true because both statements cannot be false at the same time. One of them should be true. Example, some humans are animals. It is true. Second, some humans are not animals, which is false. This is false because all humans are animals, but with aqlu.
Tadakhul. Definition of Tadakhul is two similar of Qadiyah that have same qualitative but different quantitative, which are al-Juz'iyyah and al-Kulliyah. For example of Tadakhul al-Qadiyah al-Kulliyah al-Mujabah, first, all humans are animals. For al-Qadiyah al-Juz'iyyah al-Mujabah, some of humans are animals. Second example of al-Qadiyah al-Kulliyah al-Mujabah, all human beings will die. For al-Qadiyah al-Juz'iyyah al-Mujabah, some people will die. Example of Tadakhul al-Qadiyah al-Kulliyah al-Salibah, first, human is not a rock. For al-Qadiyah al-Juz'iyyah al-Salibah, some of humans are not a rock. Second example of al-Qadiyah al-Kulliyah al-Salibah, nobody of human will internal. For al-Qadiyah al-Juz'iyyah al-Salibah, some of people not internal.